it's also such like a random fun Pokemon. I love how he's a metal ant. The things that don't quite make sense, contradictory, and it is fun to see a mill be pretty okay in a meta.
I mean, this is just a personal thing. I'm not a huge control player. I always feel bad playing control decks against people because I know my opponent's not having fun. I'm not having fun. It's just, but some people love those control decks and they can be really, really good. And it looks like we have a pretty good start from J-Man here. I mean, he has kind of everything he needs, really.
That's quite the hand. Path's not gonna matter too much here, unfortunately, but can discard that with the Ultra Ball if we wanted to. Looks like playing it safe, just attaching and pass.
Yeah, and I definitely think it's a good call not putting down the Decidueye V because, I mean, the Durant just run the 4 boss. They run the mine. It's very easy for them to boss something up, get it stuck in the active, and something that can't retreat, and just definitely need to hold on to those outs like that escape rope there.
For sure, yeah. Hold on to them for dear life against that Durant, especially when we see, what is it? It's the Team Yell's, is it Towel? The one that confuses?
The Yell Horn.
The Yell Horn, thank you. Couldn't quite remember. Yeah, that one is a toughie.
Yeah, that Yell Horn. So it looks like he's doing this quick little prize check here. So we did prize an Arceus V-Star. Won't be the end of the world. Definitely have to be careful with your resources here. But it looks like there's not a Durant out currently. So at least taking one prize, making it a little bit easier. Not even going to attach any energies. He's playing this as smart as he can.
Yeah, and I mean, you only got one Pokemon out there, which means that those it's not gonna matter too much. You're not gonna get knocked out in return. That's not the point.
Right, and it's these simple things like this that can make these decks much easier to play against and be able to be more successful against them. Sometimes it seems like you can never win against a deck like this, but these little things like not putting down any other Pokemon that you don't need to, it's stuff, not attaching any extra energy. It's stuff like that will help you be successful against these mill decks.
Yeah, and trying really hard to keep, any extra basics out of that discard pile. Obviously, some of them you can't control once that Durant does get up and running, but in the meantime, holding on to dear life so you can avoid that echoing horn. Does look like that Hisuian Heavy Ball coming into play for the Durant player, though, grabbing one of those Durants back. Seeing 2 into play now.
Right, and we have the other DT in hand, so we're still okay. So forcing to give up one of the more, I guess, prized cards of the Durant, where you don't really want to be giving up a Durant or giving up your draw engine, but you can always get the Durants back with the 1 of 4 rescue carriers.
For sure, much easier to get back the Durant than Minccino and a Cinccino, right?
So. Right. And I do like what he did here, attaching those extra energies to the Arceus in case of Crushing Hammer. There is that sneaky little Yellhorn confusing both Pokemon.
Love that. And now we're back to the coin flip.
Back to the coin flip match, which if he's able to get one of the scoops or one of the ways to switch out that Snorlax, then it doesn't really matter too much about the... Okay, so there's that first Marnie, which I was really wondering if they were going to use the Marnies or not. I feel like using that in a mill-type deck can be tricky.
Yeah, it's definitely about timing, trying to make sure that you're playing it at the right moments. Playing both the Marnie and the Bruno, which Bruno's really helpful in those single prizers, being able to shuffle and draw just by yourself.
Yeah, and as someone said in the chat, that might have been the first time we've seen somebody take just a 1 card with Starbirth.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah, only grabbing the one card, really holding on to all the resources here, not giving the Durant player any extra, any less cards in the deck.
And I do like how they opted to not even go for the attack, forcing the Durant player to have a way to get the Snorlax out of the active by using a resource like a Scoop Up Net. It looks like that is really kind of their only switch cards, if you will, are the 3 Scoop Up Nets that they run. So not just kind of knocking out the Snorlax. Okay, there's our first mill.
There's our
Looked
first
like
Devour.
Yeah, it looked like nothing too crazy, and looks like we're gonna. I'm not even sure if they're gonna attack. Looks like not. Just gonna try to force them to have the scoops.
I love it though. It's so fascinating. Pretty much turning it back onto the Durant's player side because he's only got 15 cards left. You know,
Right.
we're chilling with 37 left, and ours about to be 33 if we can find a scoop up net here, but we will see.
We are watching the mill be milled.
There's the karma.
Yeah. And I really like how he's not putting down the path so that Cinccino can't just retreat with an energy. Looks like we're gonna be giving Pumpkaboo a chance to shine here with that echoing horn.
All right, Boo's come out to play.
Boo's just gonna be chilling on the bench here, bossing up the Boo, leaving it, which, I mean, we can just pass back and forth, draw pass, because as of right now, J-Man doesn't really need to do much of anything.
Very true. It's going to take a little while to catch up with that. 36 cards left in deck versus 14 cards left in deck. Gonna see another Marnie come out to play. Love seeing that girl.
Yeah, Marnie again, but again, that's like we said, it's nearly double the amount of cards, and we're just gonna be hanging on with Pumpkaboo. Probably just gonna be draw passing, attaching those energies when we can.
Yeah, we've got 2 in hand, so it looks like Pumpkaboo is hopefully going to be able to retreat next turn. Maybe take a little bit of a swing with the Arceus.
I might as well attack Stampede. Are we witnessing a stampede on stream?
I love it. I love to see it.
Pumpkaboo, you stampede all day long.
And speaking of card art, we've got one of those that they always remind me of Claymation. You know, the ones that look very sculpted on that
Yes.
Pumpkaboo. Adorable.
Yes, I do love appreciating the art as well. And just we're watching a stampede. And I'm just so glad that Pumpkaboo is able to do this without having to use the DTE to stampede for 0. We are able to stampede for 20.
Yeah, now that we do have that DTE in hand, we could... Oh, nope, we're seeing it pass back over. But we could, with the Galar Mine, correct? Maybe see it retreat, but not quite yet.
And I really don't think that I don't think that T-Man wants to knock out the Cinccino, because then it's just then the Durant player's just going to promote a Durant and mill more cards. So, I mean, I think that J-Man's playing very smart right now by just doing our 20 little stampede damage. Not even, just draw pass. I mean, I actually think that J-Man is doing 100% what he should be doing.
Yeah, I love seeing the stampede once, and now we can see he knows. All right, I gotta hold on.
Yeah, can't be taken out this chinchilla, because we're just gonna we're forcing them to have the scoop.
We got the pumpkin versus the chinchilla. I don't think I would ever think I would say that sentence before.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm having a great time watching this draw pass.
It's the nature of Pokemon. It's the nature of Mill. It's such a bummer. Like, no,
there's got to be a scoop up net somewhere. Like, where is the scoop up net? It has got to be in there somewhere.
Yeah. In real life, I would be like, hand me that discard pile. How many have you used? I gotta know.
The last time we checked, that he only has 1 in the discard pile, and the opponent runs 3 scoop up nets. So either it's the 7 cards that are still in deck, or maybe some of them are prized.
Yeah, and we'll see. And we have already seen both Marnies, I believe, from the Durant, so he can Bruno his own cards back into his deck, but not Marnie his own cards back into his deck. So
We
might
do
be
finally see the scoop up net from the Durant player, but it still looks like we are going to watch the mill deck get milled.
gonna see that Trinity Nova knockout on that Durant.
And we're not seeing
touching
any of the
that
cursed
energy.
shovels.
That is a very good point. He's running 3 of them, but we haven't seen a single one yet so far, have we?
No, we haven't seen a single cursed shovel. And I mean, that alone can be very annoying. Looks like we're going for another horn boss play, but I mean, we're still okay.
We're seeing that carrier grab back a Minchino and a Durant.
We can always. Oh, there's a cursed shovel.
There we go. Finally.
We can always roll out for 10 with that DTE.
Very true.
Or, attack with B-roll.
With the coin flip, right? Tail smash.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's hope, because still, though, is it 100 with the... Oh, there we go, 10. If it's 100 minus 20, it's still not quite taken out the Durant, even with the coin flip going in your favor.
It looks like we're going to go for the retreat this turn.
Keeping it safe.
To knock out.
Not going to risk that coin flip. I understand.
And that's 2 more cards being discarded with the cursed shovel, and the opponent, after the draw, going to be having 3 cards in deck. We know there's no more Marnies, but like we said, they have some Brunos left.
Seeing another cursed shovel. Now they want to play.
Okay, so now it's... Boss. I mean, the Durant player's making a comeback, but...
Love seeing that, what is that? Surprise Pikachu face emoji.
Oh, yeah, that's... These cards are getting devoured, and it's coming down to, can we survive a couple more turns to possibly mill out the Durant player? I mean, we have the Marnies in hand, but we don't want... I would love to see the mill being milled.
Yeah, and it is good to have those Marnies, but we are gonna put back all of his cards as well, even saving ourselves, but not saving him as well, if that makes sense.
Right. I mean, this is just coming down to. I mean, it always makes you wonder that the opponent probably does have a Bruno in hand and saving it till that very last moment, which would be after this turn when they kind of forced to use it. We have 2 and 3 cards left, and he's like, do I Marnie? Because if I don't, then I do lose next turn.
Yeah, even if, he's running 3 Bruno, even if it wasn't in his hand, it's probably in those last 2, right? So knowing that and trying to see where we can go from here. Not seeing another energy, so I'm not thinking we're gonna see a retreat, unfortunately, from that.
No other energy, no other switch cards, so...
Oh, that's a scary look through the deck there.
That's a scary realization that I don't know if there is a win con for J-Man here.
Yeah. Wow. That Marnie didn't quite save him this time, unfortunately.
Well, we almost watched the mill be milled, but those single prize decks can really make a comeback with only taking the 1 prize at a time. It is hard to win before you can.
Yeah, and it looks like we do see J-Man maybe thinking about conceding, but gonna stick through it. Probably feels a little painful, but stick through it for the stream. Oh no, not anymore.
Yep, that Bruno will be enough to do it.
Yeah. As soon as you see that, you're like, oh well. Yeah, it looks like for sure respecting that Mew with the Mightyena, because I saw the name Boltund Mightyena. So probably built to respect the Palkia, respect the Mew.
Definitely, and I do like the 1 canceling Cologne as well. Just to give you those outs to those Pokemon where cannot be attacked by the V's like Miltank.
Yeah, or the Duraludon if you had that special energy, because it does look like he is running 4 DTE, but mostly just the regular lightning here.
Getting that Crobat start never feels good, especially with it being the only Crobat that you run in a best of 1 match. Definitely not the best feeling in the world.
Especially not running any darkness at all. No chance of this Crobat having a fun attack. Nothing.
At least we got an Ultra Ball. We can get the Arceus out. We got the switch, so we can still do the Trinity charge. But we have to be really careful with how many Pokemon we put on the bench, because that, as we know, is going to be something very easy one-shot. If more than if 7 Pokemon are out, as long as Ryan has a choice belt, we can easily take a knockout on that Arceus.
For sure, and if he can fill up the bench on the Palkia side, we've got to put down something. So it'll be a little pretty close in reach, I think. But we'll see how much with the Palkia player is able to put down here.
And it's not having any draw support right now. It is like he is kind of put in an awkward position, because it could be nice here to, thin out your hand to where you can draw with a Crobat, but as we see, our only lone Crobat is stuck in the active here. It's stuff like that just out of your control that can be really unfortunate.
Yeah, I do see we are running 1 Lumineon V, though, so an absolute worst case scenario, we could go grab something like a Marnie or a Research, but I don't know if I'd want to discard this hand right now. It's stuff that you want, but I don't think he wants it right this second.
I think we are all feeling this long pause of like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Do I discard?
Yeah, we'll see what ends up getting chosen here.
I mean, even putting up the path still doesn't seem. He's like, oh, really debating grabbing that Lumineon if you just kind of want to start over, but even like putting down path doesn't feel good either. This is not a great situation, unfortunately, and it's you having to put down both of those Vs that we were talking about being those really easy targets, especially against a deck like Palkia, where putting more Pokemon on your deck, on your bench, can be really, really dangerous.
For sure. Yeah, there's a quick 2 prizes and a quick 2 prizes, and just gotta reach for the Arceus V star or a Boltund V if one ends up down here. And that's 6.
Right, and we're giving the bat the belt just to make it feel a little bit better about this terrible situation. That bat's gonna go down.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a cross. Oh, I would not be surprised if we see that cross switcher action either. Because if he puts down the other Arceus, then everything is within 1 shot.
Yeah, definitely seeing the debate of, do I bench this? Do I not? Really considering. Got some options here, but as we know, benching anything against Palkia, it's a liability.
It is, and I don't know if I agree with putting down that Arceus, but I guess they want to give it a try, see how it's going to go, force a Palkia player to fill up their bench, get the cross switchers or a boss, and we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, it's tough. You're going to lose 2 prizes either way, right? You're either going to lose this Crobat here or lose the Arceus here, so.
Yeah, 2 prizes is 2 prizes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a really tough start. I really feel for starting Crobat and you're only 1. It can really mess up the game. Yeah, we'll see. Got that second energy and evolving into the Drizzile now. Another shiny Drizzile. Love that art.
I mean, it really just seems like Ryan is about to pop off.
Yeah, it looks like I grabbed the Evo Incense, I believe. Got that V-Star.
And so we know that bossing isn't an option. It looks like we're not going to be doing the cross switcher play either. So it looks like the Arceus is safe. We know the bat's going down.
Poor guy. At least he's got the choice belt, so maybe he didn't go down without a fight.
When you give a bat a belt.
I love that. Got that 180 exactly. Grabbing those 2 prizes, and let's see how we're able to respond here. Looking
I
a
mean,
little grim.
that fish is stuck on the bench. And then that is something that I do think is a little bit helpful with Luminion's attack. If you have that water energy, you can remove it from play. But we know that he does not run any water energy, so that fish is stuck. And that is going to be a potential way that this game can, I guess, completely turn the other way. I mean, that fish can just be bossed out at any moment.
It's got a huge target right there. It's got that super rod coming for it, unfortunately.
Speaking of art, I do love that that alternate art Luminion V. It's one of my favorite alternate arts.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. The one that I did end up pulling, I gave to lovely Gumi that helps run everything at my local shop.
Oh.
She is a water Pokemon lover, loves the Luminion. Hopefully that was a good present for her. Seeing that Marnie, I love that beautiful tournament collection Marnie. That art is so pretty.
It is. And I do want to point out how important it is to Marnie before you use your Starbirth ability, because you can potentially save yourself from having to use it if you draw into what you are going to Starbirth for.
Definitely. It's much better to only be looking for one piece and grabbing a third piece that can help you get there versus, having Starbirthing and then drawing into the exact thing you needed.
Right. And I'm wondering if he's going to go for evolving that RCSV using that Ultra Ball just to potentially, I mean, all Ryan would need is a full bench and a belt and be able to knock out the benched RCSV. So I feel like evolving the bench is not a bad idea.
Yeah, and exactly what we were saying earlier, you're evolving a 2-prizer into another 2-prizer just with a little bit more HP, so it's not going to hurt. But we'll see what he's going to give up here. Definitely the Mightyena on the Switch, alright.
Exactly.
Grab that other Arceus V, and thank goodness it was there, because it looks like he's only running 2. Got the 4-2 line. Charging up that one on the bench as well, using Trinity Nova. So even if we're able to get some damage on here or get a knockout here, we've got the other one ready to swing back.
Right. And I didn't know how I felt about the no Charon's Care and this Arceus Boltund list. I mean, I'm surprised that we didn't see a Boltund come out sooner, with it being able to basically just one-shot the Palkias, but I know you really need to limit your bench space here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it was just that start that really limited, didn't let the Boltund go for a walk today. It's a sad day for that doggo, but unfortunately, that's just how it started with that Crobat and having to dig for that Lumineon just to get something to play and to get back into the game. It is unfortunate because I was excited to see. I haven't quite seen Boltund VMAX in a hot minute.
No, but it's not a card you see every single day, that's for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of art, though, I do love when the VMAXs have those beautiful swirls in the background. Very, very regal pose, I feel like that Boltund is doing.
Oh, yes, definitely show ready. Definitely a good boy, looking like just such a good boy.
Alright, looks like we're drawing that choice belt. It is kind of nice, though, that now we're down to the 2 Arceus V-Stars, and I don't think we're going to need anything else, really. Just go back and forth.
Right, and at this point, and this is what is so scary about Palkia, too, is that you're in a position where these Arceus V-Stars can be one-shot by a Palkia. It's going to be hard. Remember, Ryan runs those 2 echoing horns, so that fish and that bat can come right back up at any time and be a very easy target.
Very true. Looks like we're seeing that Melanie to the benched. Palkia digging
Pass,
for maybe
no problem.
Taking a look through the discards, see what's going on here. All right, and we are going to see that Shady Dealings. See if we are going to end up grabbing anything spicy here. Grabbing that Cross Switcher.
And Echoing Horn.
And Echoing Horn. Oh my gosh.
How dramatic is that fish coming back out of that discard pile?
That poor fish. It took such a beating this game. Wow. I would be spamming either the angry emoji or the sad emoji right there. We are getting started with that beautiful Chikorita coin. I was just talking about coins. Unfortunately, losing that first coin flip, but we will see what we've got here. Always feels good to start with the Arceus and DTE in hand, so not too shabby.
That is like the best feeling.
Yeah, and we've got Sobble in hand and a Quick Ball to get another one, so not sure if we'll want to bench that many or grab another backup Arceus, but definitely tough to keep a low bench size with that Intelligent Engine sometimes.
Especially when you want that Sharon's Care.
For sure, yeah. You'll definitely need something on an extra V on the bench to get that going. Yeah, looking at the setup for our opponent, it doesn't look like a full bench, so we might be okay throwing another one down. We might be squeaking out of this okay.
Now the question is, what do you discard here? Because with the Evo Incense gets you the but you have the Drizzle, the same thing.
Very true. Yeah, it is tough. You're getting rid of a card that could get you a different card, or do you want to just get rid of the Pokemon that would help you go grab that card back? So
exactly, and so we'll see. Did see this deck go up against the Palkia and win last round. So with it being able to do that against Palkia and knowing the play, I believe Raphael here or Furagon. Oh my god, names.
You're totally fine.
Our Arc Intel player, they're able. They know what they need to do. They know the effective at holding their bench size. They've been effective at picking their targets and being able to continue winning. Like we saw the Palkia player take 2 prizes off their intels last game, and they still came back with a Roxanne. With a Roxanne that actually stuck.
Yeah, that Roxanne said, "I'm not a liar. I'm gonna stick here like glue." Looks like we are grabbing the Irida on the Palkia side, or I already forget how we were supposed to say it. Oh well. Irida. And we are grabbing that Ninja and the bucket. And using that Ninja, man, it's so good. That concealed cards ability, being able to discard basic energy and draw 2. See if it was anything good here. Looks like we're pausing a little bit, seeing what we drew.
See what drew, maybe a little bit of prize checking, which you should be doing.
Very true.
That is maybe something you need a tattoo on your arm. They might make you cover it up on stream, but check prizes every game. Like,
yeah,
they're like, wash that off. I'm like, I can't, sir.
For sure.
It's permanent.
Yeah, and as someone who love that Path to the Peak Down, that gold path, so beautiful. And as someone who not to flex, this is not a flex, but it was a regional chess champion as a kid who always wrote down all of the moves. I always have my pencil and notepad right there to write down my prizes. luckily not forgetting that too often. But it is tough when you've got so many one-offs. Like, looks like we've got like one Raihan, one Roxanne for Rafale, and those can really make or break the game here.
Go here.
Grabbing that V-Star. We did play that Magma Basin. It looks like I think he is only running one of those, but that is going to let us be able to Starbirth. Before that, we were stuck under Path. So we're looking through.
Marnie? Grab Marnie Sharon's Care here. Get the injured Arceus out of the way and buy you another turn.
Yeah, that would make sense. Oh, we are maybe grabbing the other V-Star here. Okay. Got that beautiful rainbow star. There's not very many rainbows I like, but I do like that one.
I prefer the gold version myself, and I think the gold goes.
You are not wrong.
If he picks up that drizzle, I was gonna say if he kept it off the bench, that prevents KO, but I assume they just bench another thing themselves and that's it. Might as well go all in and put as much bench as you can and use them.
And here's this. Oh, we are going to attach. So we are saying no Radiant Charizard this game. It's fine. Because we are only running 2 of those Fire Energy, and both of them are now on that Arceus V-Star. Yeah, it must have been looking at the board state and saying, I would rather have access to 2 Drizzile, 2 Shady Dealings next turn, because he's going to be able to bench something anyways. So, and it looks like he did.
He also still has access to that V-Star ability. So you are running the risk of getting picked off by that Radiant.
Very true.
Losing both Sobbles.
Yeah, and that's 2 prizes, and so they've still just got to go 2-2-2. No awkward pricing or prize mapping there.
But as we saw in the previous game, though, going that direction that takes a lot of energy.
It does. It does, and we'll see. We got 3 out, and not quite sure how many have been discarded. I haven't kept too good of a count, but we do know the Arceus player is pretty low on energy now.
Oh. Quick shooting.
Back to gold cards.
See, at least the gold, you can tell usually what Pokemon is on there. There's he's going all in on that Radiant.
Yeah, I love this play here. You snipe both of those Sobbles, and then it's so hard to come back from that without that engine. And we're just gonna chip away at that Arceus V-Star. Oh! We both said, oh, that very dramatic. Oh, okay.
Did not go after the engine, went after the I know he doesn't know what he has in hand, but Choice Belt Boss takes out all their energy for that's in play. They play Choice Belt?
Let's see.
They do.
We only run 1 though. So it's not impossible to grab, especially seeing how we have a Drizzile down, use that Shady Dealings and Teleon, but we'll see if that only 1 is in the deck.
He hasn't scrolled far enough down to see it yet. Like, he's just right there. There it is.
Yeah, it is there.
All he has left, though, is special energy. And as much as you'd like to bring the Charizard out, Magma Basin, you can't. It's all put onto 1.
Yeah, I'm nervous for this. If this Magma Basin gets knocked out, there is no Charizard for the rest of the game because he only runs 1 of those Magma Basins. and both of those fire energy are on that V-Star inactive right now, so there is very, very little chance if it gets knocked out, but we'll see. It looks like Palkia players only running 2 stadiums, and we've already seen one of them, so we might be safe. We might be okay. Eyeing up that Roxanne, maybe?
Scare the Palkia player. It could change their play if they know you have that Roxanne in hand.
Very true. Make them play a little more on the safe side, but it really depends. They could Roxanne them into the perfect 2-3 pieces, or they could Roxanne them and have it really stick. Doing that Trinity Nova attack, but no energy left to attach anywhere, so we will just hit done.
Getting the ordinary rod off prizes, that does bring Charizard back into possible activation.
And it brings back those fire energies.
So that was a massive prize get there. It will probably lose the Arceus here.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty inevitable, but the Charizard could come out to play after that happens. So, and that's how we saw it last time. It flipped around when that Charizard came out with Fiery Vengeance.
Coming out hitting 280, taking the quick KO.
Yeah, that perfect number, just smacking hard, and even being able to bring it back. Does look like we only run one of the ordinary rod, though, if I'm not mistaken.
It's the ping. As long as that Magma Basin stays in play, Charizard can come out and play. And that's a little... we're doing a lot of wordplay with that.
That was really fun. I liked that.
I was like,
I
yay.
end up putting
Like, yay, I'm a poet.
You're a poet and you didn't know it. Alright. Getting that V-Star. Doesn't matter. He's got to take 2 prizes, but make him dig a little deeper for that. However, it already has 20 damage on it, so not sure if that's helping too bad. Take a look here.
Quick ball.
It does look like we might see that Charizard come out to play depending on what he's going to grab here.
And he's in a tough spot because, like, you want to Roxanne. But Ultra Ball guarantees get that KO.
Yeah, and I think that's the safe play, unfortunately. He does run 1 Pal Pad, so he could maybe bring back that Roxanne. But when his opponent only has to take 2 prizes, I'm not sure how much is going to stick.
Make sure he does this. Okay, I'm making sure he Magma Basin first. That's one of the big things about sequencing.
Even some of the top players can mix it up sometimes, especially when you've played so many games in a row.
You're coming on this your 10th game of the night, or even more because you just had best of 3.
Very much so.
And you got to keep going.
Yeah, and it's depending on your time zone. You know, it's only midnight for us, but could be 2, 3 in the morning, or could be any time, I suppose, playing anywhere in the world. But here, it looks like we are in the United States, according to Limitless, so it's anywhere from midnight to 3 in the morning, so late night brain.
Very real.
Love that gold choice belt. See where that gets put.
Switcher. I believe that is going to be game 1.
Yep. And that is a good one. I'm glad it started this way. We saw the Charizard come through, and we saw it not quite make it there.
It's a strong card, very strong card, and that's where it becomes mid. It's just like it's like the Galarian Moltres. It works in certain situations, not always for every deck.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. It's interesting to think about. Is it the right tech? I do think it's really interesting to have such a good ability on a Pokemon that is weak to maybe the best deck in the format now with that Palkia. Oh, we're starting with a very, very much basic and lots of basics here. I'm not sure you want to, like, I would love that start if I wasn't playing against Palkia, you know?
Right, you bench both Sobbles. Good, but then again, you are going first.
Very true. Very true.
No energy though.
Yeah, we are missing that first turn energy attachment, and it's so important. If we are able to, I mean, we can with that Evo Incense, unless we get pathed, we can Starbirth next turn. Try to find a way to maybe get an energy in the discard and grab DTE, but that's kind of the only way I'm seeing it happen. Really considering, do I want to bench this many Pokemon against Palkia? And I think the answer is yes. Not putting down that other V, but I think you're pretty safe doing that.
This is
especially
massive
with that
right
keep
here.
calling.
This is. I probably said this is massive like every other play sometimes, but
but it is.
It is. There's no Palkia in play.
Yeah, there's no Palkia here, and there's no way to grab it with that keep calling.
So he can actually attack this turn, holding that Melony in hand. You grab your water energy, you grab your DT Sobble, grab a quick ball, you get rid of the water energy, and then Melony it. Easy.
Exactly.
As he is correctly price checking right now.
Yeah, and this is the first time he's able to search since we saw there was no ball cards, no way to search that very first turn. Yep, and I don't know if you like those energies with the Pokemon in the background. Or those from Heart Gold Soul Silver? Am I remembering right?
Correct. And there is a holo version with, I believe, Mark as well. Actually, really expensive pets.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. I remember a friend of mine at Vancouver had several of those in his Galarian Birds deck, and we counted them, and he was shuffling like $400 worth of car, just energies, riffle shuffling them hard, and it hurt, but, you know, that's how you gotta play it sometimes.
I watched a person trade those away for...
Oh, no.
I don't know if they didn't know that's what they had, but...
I mean... It's tough.
I sadly, you don't stop them. Sometimes you gotta just let people what they want.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, you can't really intervene on that. But very beautiful art. I love, I know we're talking about art all the time, but it's fun to see, you know, different kinds of energies and different hollow patterns. I do also really like the Radiant Pokemon, like, hollow pattern, especially in person. I don't think the PTCGO does it justice. Yes, I totally agree. Chat, the Heart Gold and Soul Silver energies are the best. I do like the League energies we were seeing earlier. That Hollow is pretty as well. I think if I had to pick a favorite Hollow energy, though, I think it was X Hollow Phantoms. I had a couple of those from when I was a little younger, opening packs as a kid. And I had an extra psychic one and did toss it into my Mew VMAX list for there a little while when Whimsicott was running rampant.
I'm looking at the pricing right now, and the Darkness Call of Legends Hollow. It's the highest priced energy card that's secret rare.
I am not surprised. It is so cool, and it's a very, very well-loved Pokemon. It's Umbreon, one of my personal favorites, but a lot of people's favorite. So, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, the water one has Lugia, another very popular Pokemon, and I'm sure a lot of people want to get their hands on that one as well, with the Palkia being so prevalent right now. We are seeing that Rule the Rain, correct? That interesting attack to be able to grab a stadium.
This might be the best time to Marnie. You know they have the stadium in hand. Let's go ahead and just put it back on the bottom.
Yeah, just say nope. Tried. No more stadium for you. And I think he only runs the one training court. Yeah, only one training court. So, sorry, no more. But we will see if that's what we end up grabbing here. We are going to go for that Shady Dealings Inteleon. Be able to grab 2 trainer cards. Searching through. We are definitely grabbing that Marnie and a Choice Belt. Alright, Doom, I've got to know. Do you play with the reverse hollows?
Yes, actually. I play reverse hollows and full arts. IRL, not as much because, well, can't, but it's hopefully what you can do.
Yeah. I love the full arts, but I don't know if it's just my maybe not so good eyesight or what, but I have a hard time reading the reverse hollows, so I tend not to play them. But I feel like a lot of players enjoy playing those reverse hollows and really blinging out every single deck to the best of their ability. Picking up double boss off the prizes. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but that's fun.
Oh, that's massive again. But yeah, the reverse hollows can be used when you search a deck. You can see them much clearly and quicker, especially if you use certain ways. So, like, make your Ultra Balls reverse hollows. You can get a quick count visually a lot faster that way.
That's a very good tip.
That's one of the biggest things about like using full art support, regular art supporter. It works so much better.
I love this rare candy play and grabbing a scoop up net to get total of 3 cards with that Shady Dealings Inteleon in total. That's really fun. Grabbing that training court back, saying, I don't care that you Marnied me. Yeah, I love, I tend to run 1 full art supporter and then a couple of just the regular hollows. And it does help with quick prize checking, triple checking your one-offs. Being like, yep, I do have that one Silene, I do have that one Raihan, because it's just the full art. So much easier to check.
Now that Roxanne looks like it actually stuck, surprisingly. So we'll see what happens.
Concealed carding. That's a funny verb, but trying to see some more cards here. Got a decent sized hand, but I'm not seeing much. We are going to use our V-Star ability Star Portal to get that necessary energy here. We're going to use the Palkia, but also set up the Ninja.
I don't know if the Ninja does as much as you'd hope. Well,
yeah, unfortunately, I think even with a choice belt, it's not getting the knockout here. Maybe this is just another case of whack-a-mole. You whack, I whack back. Back and forth.
sometimes that's what happens with these matches. I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen a Sharon's carry yet. I believe he tossed at least one of them early.
I believe so, yeah. It's tough to know for sure, because obviously we can't check that discard, but I am fairly certain that happened. We are going for the Irida, it looks like. Irida, or however it was.
Irida.
Irida, thank you.
Irida, that sounds like a good rapper name.
Yeah, Irida.
Actually, it's an early 2000s rapper name when like iPod, iMemorizer, everything. Irida comes out all in white.
Wow, lots of rap references today, earlier with Lindsay's as well. Palkia.
Well,
But
I'm glad technology moved on from that all white stuff. I got tired of.
I don't quite follow, sorry.
Well, back in the early 2000s, everything like came out was always glossy white.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and it yellowed horribly. And
I was like, not to be horrible and have a dirty mind, but all I heard you say was that white stuff, and I was very concerned for a second.
No.
It's getting to that point in the night. My brain is dwindling a tiny bit, but we are maybe going to see the cross switcher play here. I know I feel you on that. I love having the different colored iPhones now. My partner has the fun purple one, and I have a green one, which is my favorite color, so that's much more fun.
I'm just rocking black. Gosh, saying wow to.
Sorry, I did not mean to call attention to that. I know, I'm so sorry. Ah!
It doesn't help with the delay. That's actually might be what's causing some of my mic problems. That's me being delayed. The delay we have on the stream tonight.
That's very true, but it's so important to make sure that we don't have any, stream sniping going on. So it is a unfortunate necessity. That's the right word that I was looking for. Love that scoop up net getting everything back and getting that shitty dealings in Teleon again.
Now, he still has a card to play, correct? Supporter.
I believe so. I do not think he has played one for. Yep, looks like he's eyeing up that Sharon's Care and that Ordinary Rod.
Wait. He only has one energy. You played the Sharon's Care first, right?
I'm not sure, but
no, he was fine. I was trying to remember if Sharon's went to the discard or the hand.
Oh yes, it is pick up all into the hand. Love that because you don't have to worry about that as much. But yeah, scoop up net not so much. So I knew what you were thinking there, and I was nervous for a second as well, but we are all good here.
Now all he is looking for is a boss for game.
Yep. We got that Raihan full art coming out to play. Going to let us search for any card. So like not as good as Starbirth, but still pretty dang good. Caveat there being you had to have a Pokemon be knocked out.
Exactly. No card like that will ever be as good as Welder.
Very, I don't know very much expanded, but I do know that word.
Welder was extremely broken when it first came out. Mewtwo loved it. Mew 3 actually, 2 plus Mew, and you could attack so quick with them.
Doom, you just solved that mystery for me. Whenever someone would say Mew 3, I didn't know what they were referencing.
Yeah, Mewtwo plus Mew, tag team, Mew 3.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But that is game. No energy left.
We will be moving into Game 3 finals here.
This is how we like to see it. We don't like to see that donk. We don't like to see those quick games. We like to see it really battle it out. I am very glad to see this.
And you would think tag teams, since they've been out out of regulation for a while now. Would probably have gone down in price a little.
Not quite.
No, no. Still up there.
Yeah,
Especially the popular one.
Yeah, I definitely eventually will get my hands on some Gengar and Mimikyu team together because Mimikyu has always been one of my favorites and my partner's favorite is Gengar. So I've always wanted that, but they are a little spendy.
Like the Mewtwo and Mew GX promo is $20.
Wow. Just the promo.
Just the promo.
I mean, you've got a very playable card and you've got two of the most popular Pokemon. It just makes sense. Wow, 2 mulligans. That it always hurts to mulligan more than once.
Yeah, you watch your opponent get all those extra cards, and you're like, oh man.
Yeah, and as we can see, it's not too bad of a start having both an Arceus V in hand and a Quick Ball or a Level Ball. Probably will hold on to that Level Ball so we could be able to grab the Drizzile, but we are definitely looking like a pretty good start here. We will see how the Palkia is able to set up. I believe that is the capture energy going on there.
Just one more on the bench. They probably beat their Palkia.
Probably doing some quick, prize checking. Obviously, it's the first turn of the game. You're going to take a little while longer. Have more of a grace period, obviously.
Tossing the quick
ball.
scoop up net seems a little hasty, maybe, but we don't know what the rest of his hand is.
Very true. Yeah, it's definitely tough when you have 3 pieces that you want to keep, but you got to get another Sobble down because if this one somehow goes down, it's tough.
Now, if that energy was water, it would be great because then you could and you could get rid of it and be fine. That fire energy is so much more.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if we did a quick prize check or not, but I didn't get a good look to see if we prized either the Magma Basin or the other fire energy. So, it is a little tough. I feel like the Radiant Charizard is in there to play, but we need to make sure the other pieces are there too. Now we're taking a quick peek so we can check. Okay, the Magma Basin is there.
Sharons are there.
Okay. And the other fire energy, so I think we might be okay to toss this one. Not too scared to toss it.
Now we've attached. Now the question is, do you Marnie here? They have a 3-card hand. But is that 3 cards? 3 cards they can use.
I feel like when we saw them quick ball away the scoop up net, that means they probably wanted to keep the rest of their hand. It was probably pretty good, so I think Marnieing here might be okay.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Which, circle back real quick on the mulligan thing, my personal record is 27.
Oh my goodness, how?
I was playing Sylveon Gardevoir, which is 4 of Sylveon Gardevoir and nothing else. And I couldn't find him, and the guy called the judge. Judge came, and this is like on number 27. The judge said, we're going to do a judge ball. He goes through. He just keeps going through my deck until he finds a starter. And then puts it down. And I'm like, just pull the one starter out. And he's like, no, I got to shuffle through. In case you're playing like 16 Pokemon for some reason. And so he did that and he started, and the guy had a huge hand already. And like turn 2, I'm like, I'm trying to remember what it was. It was a card that shuffled their whole hand back. Like, oh.
Was it N or something?
I think it was N. I think N was still in form.
Yeah.
Number. Might have been
That is so funny. How do you even hold a 27 plus card hand? That's just not possible.
You're supposed to call a judge after like 6.
Yeah, I think that's even after like 3 or 4. I'm like looking at my opponent like, all right, let's get a move on.
Blissey doesn't play this much.
Yeah, but luckily I don't think I've mulliganed more than 3 or 4 times, but haven't played anything with that few basics before.
Chad got it right. It was reset stamp. That was the shuffle card for me.
Well, I mean, shuffling a 27 card hand back into the deck, that just feels like shuffling your deck.
Just restart the game right there. You know what? Just let me have the 6. Start 6 from there.
Makes sense.
And it's always
All right,
important to remember these things as well. Not just like, I did 27, but just like the mistakes you made and stuff, because it helps younger players or newer players learn from them. I'm always pressing about prizing. Make sure you prize. Because my first League Cup, I didn't prize. And
like check your prize cards?
No, I didn't put prizes out.
Oh my gosh.
And then I shuffled my deck.
No. Well, we did see that Sobble get knocked out. Just a quick update. But yeah, no, that is a huge mistake on like not putting prizes out. Is that is it 2 prize penalty or is it automatic game loss?
2 prize penalty if you haven't gone into your.
All right.
If the game state is a spot where it can be fixed, some judges won't even give you a prize penalty if it hasn't even started. Depending on the judge. It's a call by the judge. This will do 2 prize.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've only made that mistake once as a beginner, and luckily it was just at a fun preview, pre-release thing. So nothing crazy. But both me and my opponent forgot to put them out because we were both beginners. So
exactly what happens. Whereas in mine, I was playing Espeon X, which evolves from an Eevee with energy evolution. First thing I did was attach Psychic Energy, go in my deck, find the Espeon GX, shuffle my deck.
Oh no.
So now my prizing I can't fix it.
Yeah, there's no way to go back after that, but there are pros and cons to online versus IRL, and that is one of them. Your online client is shuffling for you. It is making sure you put out those prize cards. There's no option to not do that. Versus other things like misclicking and putting the choice belt on the wrong Pokemon and losing the game.
Sometimes the shuffling in this game, a little suspect.
Yeah, but it's seeming pretty good. This is a pretty good back and forth so far. Both players at 5 prize cards, and not looking like there's too much of an advantage either way. We haven't quite seen the V-Star come out to play, but we do have that path in play anyways, so we couldn't see that V-Star ability. However, with that evolution incense, we might be able to grab a stadium to get ourselves out of it. Grabbing another Sobble. Poor little guy's crying, but he is very helpful here.
So okay. He needs to get rid of that stadium. Does he play a counter stadium to the path?
That's what I'm worried about, because have we seen the training course? Oh no, there we go. I was going to say, I was like, have we seen it yet? Because he only runs the one. So, but we are safe. We've got it. We got the energy back in hand. We're going to concealed cards. We're going to see 2 more cards. We are feeling pretty okay, but when that path shuts off, that Ninja, or even the Zard in this case with that Radiant Charizard, it's really tough.
So now it doesn't from the Arceus side, it doesn't feel like you put down your other path now. Maybe you still do.
Yeah, I mean, we are going to be able to see that Star Portal and get those energy on there saying, oh well, I was behind, but now I'm fine. Especially with that 20 damage already on that V-Star. But yeah, the path would shut down that Ninja, but it would also shut down our own Charizard. So it is a tough choice. We have the one Magma Basin to knock out our own path, but after seeing this one training court, there is no way to get it, or for our opponent to knock it out. Fortunately, 30 damage short there on the knockout.
Should be able to Sharon's Care loop here. Wipe all that damage.
Yes. Loop it through. We are seeing that Shady Dealings Inteleon. It is like an honor battle, Inteleon versus Inteleon, God versus God. That Arceus versus Palkia.
Going with the Path of the Peak.
Yeah, this is good to shut off the ninja, and I just hope that they know for sure it's going to be tough to get that Charizard out now that we are going to play that path down.
How many Pokemon do they have in the discard pile? Oh wait, this deck does not. This one does not play Echoing. Got so many Palkia decks on tonight. It's like
I know.
they all start blurring. Which one played the 2? Which one played the 1?
So it looks like he plays 1 Echoing Horn, but he is not playing 2. So, ooh, grabbing that Sobble. Seeing that other Arceus V-Star in the prizes, but he is running a 4-3 line, unlike earlier we were seeing some 4-2 or 3-2. So we should be good here.
Grabbing the Charizard. Maybe the Charizard's bait.
We are going to knock back into that Palkia V-Star, and we've got no damage on us with that Sharon's Care. Another gorgeous full art that I really appreciate.
I pulled so many of the Rainbow Rares. And
Like, are they worth like $2?
About. I was
Yeah.
like, no, I want the full. Give me the full.
I know. It's so tough. Yeah, I enjoy... Oh, there's the Avery. Like I was saying earlier, maybe not be able to get rid of your opponent's bench, but it is really helpful to just be able to draw 3. Because our deck is getting a little thin now. We're down to 15 cards, soon to be 13 after we grab these 2 energy. So...
And could possibly see a hard retreat attack this Palkia if he was able to get the other one.
Yeah, and obviously he can't see what is in hand for his opponent, but we do have that Drizzile, so we can go grab something to try to sneak that back into active and take the knockout anyways, but we will see. Good to have both set up, have a backup option here, because it's still 5 prizes to 5 prizes, so it's honestly, depending on the next few turns, either game.
Wasmania, thank you for the follow. I just caught that. Hopefully your night's going well. There's the horn.
Looks like we are using that, I almost said rainbow echoing horn, gold echoing horn. And then using that cross switcher. That is a fun play. No more echoing horn boss, just echoing horn cross switcher. That is the new play.
Cross Switcher is a very strong card. I remember when Mew was playing a lot of Cross. That was my favorite form of.
Yeah, I don't like catchers. I don't like relying on that coin flip too much, unless I am playing Ambipom and I purposefully want to rely on those coin flips.
9 a.m. in Ireland. We are at 1 a.m. here on the west coast of the United States.
Where in Ireland are you? My sister was studying abroad there for 4 months, and I went and visited her. She was in Galway. That is one of the few places I've been outside of the United States before. Sorry to derail that, but that is exciting for me to see.
Oh.
All right, now both Palkias have 200 damage, but the Palkia is a little bit ahead in terms of a prize race.
Correct. Math-wise, it almost lines up to be able to take another Arceus V-Star, but if they have any sort of boss sort, that Arceus V on the bench is on. Is another quick KO. And setting up the Ninja. Another thing they.
Yeah, it looks like they are thinking about that, attaching that water energy to the Ninja.
Level Ball does nothing here.
Yeah, I guess thinning out that Manaphy. Don't want to draw into it here.
He cannot Sharon's care again. No, he does have access to.
Yeah, I believe there should be one more, and I believe he also has one Palpad in his list. I will triple check that, though. Yeah, it does look like we're running one Palpad, so access to possibly 4 Sharon's Care. That's quite a few. Don't think we'll need that many, but
Sometimes you do. I mean, that's what makes Arceus Inteleon such a good deck.
yeah.
Watch the Sharon's Care over and over.
Right. Yeah, keep looping it. Keep it going. Eyeing up that Sharon's Care, and then looks like the Scoop Up Net.
That's probably your best move then.
Yeah, be able to scoop up this Inteleon that we're using right now and reset that engine. Yeah, there we go. Got that Sharon's Care. And it's so nice that you, not only do you put the energy back in hand, you put that evolution back in hand, so you don't even need that second evolution out there. You can just keep reusing it back and forth.
Now they are out of energy in the deck, correct?
I believe so. So they've got their 3 in hand. I mean, we'll see right here. Yep, we've got none left. So they have their 3 in hand, and I do believe they still have their magma basin, so if somehow we discard that other fire, we could get it back, but other than that, not very much else. I believe we used the ordinary rod super early on, if I remember right.
I'm remembering correctly.
Looking through our discard, really thinking as we're getting to this late game. 11 cards left in deck for Palkia, 16 left for our Arceus, now 15. We do have that Melanie, so we're able to accelerate a little bit of energy here.
There is the rod. I believe last game they used it very late.
Oh, thank you.
Late night brain.
Yeah, it's especially with this best of 3, it's a little melted together, but hopefully I'm able to unstick it a little bit.
Taking the KO here finally puts them ahead of the prize trade.
So one more to go.
But a right hand energy attach cross switcher, which is them putting it up there. Well, actually, no. Nope. It's not enough there. Needed the right hand and attach, and they would actually have won.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think they had access to that, but that would have been quite the 180, completely spinning this whole match, this whole round on its head.
But it went right to the Palkia. So as it sets up right now, Arceus Intel is going to walk away. Oh.
Oh, okay, okay.
You have Net in hand. Cross Switcher.
Now checking our discard. Little, it looks like a little nervous here. So that path is shutting off that radiant Charizard. I pretty sure we do have. Yep, we do have Magma Basin in our deck still, but I don't think we have a way to get it.
They have Inteleon in hand.
Oh, there we go.
The Magma Basin, essentially you just attach the fire energy. That's all you need.
Yep. So this has been sealed up.
I don't know if he sees that line of play, but that is the line of play that would win.
Yeah, we'll see here. We are Palpatting back in a Marnie?
Morning?
Yeah, very tight game. We will see if looking back through this list again, I don't think they see it.
Yeah, I
Oh
don't.
my goodness, they don't see it. This is wow, this is like I'm sweating a little bit. Using that level ball, but not really a reason to.
Now they've attached.
So are they hoping to Marnie into the?
They
I
could,
guess they're hoping to Marnie. I guess they've only got 9 cards left in deck, so it's pretty possible. There we go, Magma Basin.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's the bench mons or not. It's the ability you want back for the Charizard.
Exactly. So
he has 2 energy attached to it, and they've taken 3 prizes. Oh no, they just don't
he doesn't see it. Oh, that hurts.
That hurts. I think
even chat's saying, "Oh no." If we have it here, this Palkia might take it back. Oh no.
Well, he still doesn't have an attack.
Yeah, I don't. My only thing is I'm curious to see if we're able to pull something off. Having that Radiant Charizard is weak to water, but it's going to be pretty hard to pull this off.
They can't right hand this turn because they took no KO.
Correct. And yeah, no Melanie because no V's. So I don't see how it's possible. Why didn't he attack? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, chat. He just didn't see it, I don't think.
He had everything in hand to win last turn, and now he didn't, and now it's 1-1. Either they're going for like the exciting end, or
oh my gosh, are we gonna see the Rain Splash here?
Rain Splash and a Roxanne.
So we are having that Magma Basin put back in to the deck. Oh my goodness. And yep, it is not a card that we drew. We can attach the DTE here, but we're still an energy short.
Now the question is, how many Melanies does the Palkia have left?
That is a great question. It looks like they are favoring Irida and not Melanie because they're only running 1 Melanie, I think.
They have to win this turn. I'm decked out.
Wow.
The Melanie, okay. Patch. Hard retreat. Pass. I mean, you pass and it's just
good game.
Good game, but this game was stressful. Like, he had it 2-3 turns before.
Yeah, I'm sure it was the late night brain, playing so many games in a row. Amazing run from all of these players. It was such a blast to see, but so painful when you see it and they don't.
I know, you're just like, please, Please play that card. It's not that difficult. You had it.
Oh, I see. Chad is saying he didn't see it because he thought he needed 3 energy, not just 2. But yeah, no, that was great back and forth.